Hey, I've got to keep my voice down, but I've got a new sound editor, so I'll be able to improve the sound and I'll be able to make it better quality as well. The time is 11:30, 22nd of October, Sunday evening. Um, and what can I talk about? I can talk about how when we talk, I know I've talked about voices before and sound, but there's still more to say about it. And for that reason, it's a never ending, it's the understanding of the world is all in sound. It's all how we communicate. It's all how our voice dictates everything else we hear. Everything else is based around our own voice. Everything we call normal is based around, starts with our own voice, and then everything else is different to our own voice. So our own voice is the starting point because everything else is different from that. But our voice remains ourselves, remains part of us. And it is the starting point of sound as we know it. Our own voices. But what can I talk about? Yeah, so less control is better than more control when you're talking about feelings, when you're trying to express yourself with feelings. Remember that less control is being free, being more free. It's not being concerned with the way things happen, because they always happen before we become aware of them. So everything happens before we become aware of it. But that doesn't mean that you can't still see the meaning of it. Meanings are not the same as being aware. You can be aware of a meaning, but it can come after the event. So basically, I can understand just about any sound. If you know that you're armed with any sound, you know that you can appreciate any sound, or you can become it. You can understand it. You can understand any sound. Then we can go headlong into the next moment with a recorder in our heads, which is actually the truth about where we're going and where we want to be. Yeah. So what can I say now? Because it's getting a bit long-winded. So basically, yeah. So as the expression changes, we can adapt to that. We can actually become. We can see it as a new aspect of ourselves. As the voice or the sound changes, we can actually become a new aspect of ourselves as it changes. We don't have to. I mean, hope. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Don't think that losing hope is not part of the meaning of actually what hope is. So losing hope is, in a way, getting hope, because we're aware of it. We're aware of losing. We're aware of hope. If we imagine hope as being without it, as much as being with it, we are on the right track to discovering ourselves. And really, we can see that the flesh of the person is in the beauty of their voice. The beauty of their voice. That is the actual flesh of the person. And there's so much. I mean, it's basically the feeling of voices. The feeling of voices is what we can understand as being really beautiful about people. If you can understand the beauty of voices in people, you understand something personal about something beautiful in them, because even though you don't personally get to know them, you understand something beautiful about them because of the way you can understand the feelings in their voices, and that's very important because it's the joy of it's one of the joys of living, and it's really a great experience if you can get it to a fine art. So it doesn't matter what the sound is. Remember, it's another aspect of yourself. It's another way of looking at life. Every sound is another way of looking at life. That is the truth of it. And it is beautiful beyond words. It's really a beautiful experience. And you can listen to someone's voice now as being a feeling. And to understand that feeling is really to separate it from, is really to remember that the normal feeling is your voice. The normal feeling is your voice. Everyone else's feeling is a new aspect of yourself. So we can only understand that as being in the moment. We can't actually understand something unless we can actually hear it. And for that reason, we can really enjoy the company of people and the way they interact with each other. I think I've said enough. I'll leave it there, and I wish you a good evening. And it's now nearly the morning of Monday, so I'll try and edit this video and get it perfect. And if I can get the sound good and put some special effects in, I don't know if I can, but I'll try and see how it goes. Okay, I'll catch you later. Have a good night.